Alright, welcome back everybody to YouTube channel ICOexpert, and today I'm very glad to present you another great interview, because we are interviewing these guys which are doing conference this year in November at Malta. So can you make a little bit introduction about who you are and what is this conference is about?
Of course, we're just events people. Yeah, we've been doing big shows in Malta on several verticals, including iGaming and now blockchain. And several people might ask, why Malta? And there's a valid reason for it. The government has been very active in regulating this space, and as a result, you have hundreds of companies in blockchain and cryptocurrencies doing ICOs who are relocating to Malta, including big giants like Binance, OKX. Now their office is in Malta. So because of all this buzz going around the regulatory framework of the Maltese government, we decided to launch this massive show, the Malta Blockchain Summit, to reflect the trend of this industry.
Yes, sounds amazing, because yes, I think everybody heard about that Binance is based at Malta, and so this is like your country, your island became very famous from that.
Insane. And not only that, like Malta has now been baptized unofficially by all the media out there as the blockchain island. And this is what we want to shed on the entire show. So what we have with the Malta Blockchain Summit is a big show that gives a holistic view about the industry. So it's not just about discussing regulatory issues or legal issues. It's also about bringing developers to the conference. So we have a conference for coders and developers, and we also have a hackathon within the summit. We also have a conference for online marketeers and affiliate marketers. So anyone wanting to promote their ICOs will meet those kinds of people. And we also have a conference on tokenomics. So we will discuss cryptocurrency tokenomics issues also related to banking and payments. And finally, we have also an ICO battle, an ICO pitch, where we're going to bring hundreds of investors in front of many ICOs, each of which will be able to pitch for 3 minutes. So there's a lot of activity going on here.
Can you tell a little bit more about, you mentioned about ICO pitch and about hackathon? For example, ICO pitch, is it going to be some kind of competition which at the end you will select the best one, winners, and what they will get?
Indeed. So we already have, this is factual, right? The show is 6 months away, but we already have hundreds of investors who have bought a ticket to come to the ICO pitch, because we're gunning on all fronts with this one. In fact, if there's any ICOs listening to us, feel free to get in touch, and we'll send you the list of names of investors who have registered already. So we're anticipating a lot more, hundreds of investors coming in. But to go back to your question, basically we're anticipating to have over 100 ICO subscribing, each of which will get a booth to exhibit at the show for 2 days, but will also, and probably more importantly, get the chance to pitch on day one in a semi-final in front of 6 of the world's best investors. And the top 10 from those 100 ICOs will pass on to the final on day 2. On day 2, we'll have this mega show with investors listening to them. The whole show will be live streamed for other investors who couldn't come to Malta in November.
Okay.
Yes, there will be one big winner who will get a lot of promotion, not just from us, but from all the media partners that we have on board.
Nice. Sounds amazing. So how many people already pre-registered to your conference? Do you have idea?
Of course. Yeah, the last time we checked was late last week. We had over 1,000 people subscribed and paid already.
Wow.
We're anticipating, I think over 5,000 people coming to the show. Keeping in mind a lot of people subscribed last month. The feedback has been overwhelming. And I'll give you a comparison. We've organized shows for 12,000 people in the past, and the response wasn't even as strong as this one.
Wow.
So there's just so much energy around blockchain that we're just excited to open the doors for everyone.
We have like nearly 3-4 months ahead of your conference, and so many people already registered. That sounds amazing. If 5,000 people will come, I think this will be the biggest conference in Europe so far. Last week we had huge conference from Cointelegraph in Berlin. They had nearly 3,500 people on it. So guys, you can beat them.
It's not about beating. I'm sure actually we could cooperate. Actually, it's a great idea to reach out to these folks. I think the calendar is cluttered with a lot of events, but top level delegates, they don't just go to one show per year.
Absolutely.
They go to 5, 6, 7 shows, yes. And I believe truly with what the Prime Minister of this country, with what the government is doing on blockchain, Malta deserves to be in the calendar of everyone at least once a year. And that's where we come in.
Yes, I agree with you totally. Your government, what I heard and what I see they're doing, this is amazing because I think they understand the future of blockchain technology and what it can be the benefits for your country, for your people. And by the way, I'm sorry.
I might add to that. Malta has an advantage in being a small state. So the government that's leading the country, the opposition, it's easy for those executives to get along and understand what's in the best interest of the country and not to politicize subjects so important as blockchain is. And the formula has been tried and tested. So this is what the government is telling all these companies who are operating outside of Malta. If you feel there's uncertainty in your jurisdiction, if you feel that you're going to wake up tomorrow and the government is telling you that you're operating in an unregulated environment, the government of Malta is telling you, come to Malta. The law that we are enacting has the full support not only of my government but also of the opposition. So you know that you're going to relocate your company or you're going to co-locate your company into a jurisdiction that will always welcome your business.
Great. By the way, can you tell a little bit more about the speakers at your conference who already agreed to participate? Because I think the most important is about the quality, as we spoke of the conference, and not the numbers of people who will visit or number of speakers. So can you tell a little bit about who will come from speaker side?
Agreed. What you make is a very, very valid point. And we make sure, one, that the speaker quality is, absolutely sky high. But we also make sure when we're curating our conferences that we find the right speakers who have really a genuine contribution to make at the specific time in that specific location. So for example, I'll give you a small example, yes? Mm-hmm. Everyone is obsessed about knowing who the founder of Bitcoin is, right? Everyone is super curious to know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. Mm-hmm. But I think a person who should really be celebrated is not only the founder of Bitcoin, but more importantly is the founder of blockchain. Who is the founder of this amazing technology that allowed Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies, and all these ICOs to flourish? And we did our research, we found who the inventor, as we can call him, of blockchain is, and we're going to be bringing people like this to the event. We're going to be celebrating all these bright minds and make sure that the content is very well curated.
I agree with you totally, and by the way, what I see, some speakers are already famous one, which I met during the past conferences, and I made friendship with them. So it will be, for me personally, it will be great to see them again at your conference. And by the way, you said about government Malta. How about regular people? How they react about the news that government supporting blockchain technologies, they're welcoming ICOs? how people at Malta, citizens, are responding to that.
Oh, they embrace it fully. Keep also in mind Malta. I'll give you an example. Malta is a unique case study. Yes, let's go back 10 years when the 2008 crisis, economic crisis, hit Europe. If you take a look at the southern European states, Greece, Italy, Portugal, a lot of these states in the southern Mediterranean, in all of the Mediterranean, they got hit by the crisis and they went through a recession. The only country not to be hit by the recession and basically come out of it unscathed was Malta. Why? Because Malta has been very active and always at the forefront in regulating spaces and being the first. Malta has done it on taxation. Malta has done it on iGaming services. And the workforce, which is based in Malta, is very industrious. They already have been there and done that on other verticals. So when blockchain came along and the government decided to take the lead on the space, the Maltese people, they're already embracing this kind of mentality. So it's a sort of bring it on mentality. Bring it on.
Great. Okay, so basically, as we can see, this is going to be a huge conference which I'm inviting everybody to visit, and the dates are November 1st, as I remember, and November 2nd one, so 2 days. This is going to be a huge one, as I said, conference with great speakers, with ICO competition, blockchain hackathon. So this is going to be fun, guys. And
it's going to be amazing. And I'll take it a step further. To all your listeners, I appeal to you, get in touch with us. Go on the website, see who we are. Get in touch with us. We're a team of 30 people in this office. And our relationship with you won't just be on those 2 days of the show. We want to make sure that when you come to Malta, when you come to the Malta Blockchain Summit, we connect you with the right people that you want to meet. So we promise you that it's going to be an unforgettable business experience, yeah? And let's face it, Malta is not a bad place to visit either.
Great. Thanks, guys, for the interview, for invitation, and I can't wait to see you personally at your conference in November 1st.
Same here. Look forward to welcome you in Malta, my friend.
Okay, bye for now.